somehow, I'm not really sure how, it is already time for another round of TBR Bakery. Time is just flying by. I feel like I just played this game for the first time and we are going into round 3. So if this is the first video you've seen from me, feel free to check out the TBR Bakery playlist. I will link it up above or down below. It'll be linked somewhere so you can check out like all the rules and like the gameplay and stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case you wanted to check out more of the game, it will be linked for you. So thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the game. I'm not going to talk too much. I am just going to get right into it. So before we play this month's game, let's see how I did last month. So these are my books from last month. I had Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. That was for a book I know nothing about, and I did read that. I had A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin for a book over 500 pages, and I am about halfway through that, and it is a 1,000-page book, so I've read about 500 pages, so I'll count it as read, but I do plan to finish it. For an ebook, I had The Stand-In by Lily Chu, and I'm currently reading that, so I'm going to count that as read. I should be able to get a decent way through it by the end of the month. For an Unhaul project book, I had Save the Date by Morgan Matson. I did not get to this. I'm going to start it before the end of the month, but I'm not going to finish it. Always prepared. I actually forgot a couple of the books from my stack. So the next one I had The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas for a paperback, and I am almost finished with that. I had The Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson for a 5-star prediction, and I am almost finished with that. I had Stay Awake by Megan Golden for a thriller, and I read that. And finally, for This or That, I got Finley Donovan is Killing It by Ella Cosimano, and I did not get to this. So I have a couple days left of the month, and there will only be one book that I didn't touch at all for the month. So I'm going to consider that a success. I hope you do too, because, well, there's no punishment. I don't have a punishment in this game as of right now, so I'm going to consider that a success and move on. Okay, so now that we're done with the recap, let's get into the rolls. Roll number 1. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a cupcake. Nonfiction. Our first roll landed us on a cupcake card, and that was a nonfiction. And for this, I'm going to be listening to the audiobook of The Light We Carry by Michelle Obama. I don't know, did I say Michelle? Michelle Obama. I don't know anything about this book, but I really loved Becoming by Michelle Obama, and I find her voice pretty soothing, so I don't know anything about this book, but I've been on hold forever, and it just came in from the library, so it was an obvious choice for me. Roll number 2. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A donut. We have a romance. Roll 2 got us a donut, and that is a romance. And for this one, I also don't have the physical book yet, but I'm going to read Happy Place by Emily Henry. She is one of my all-time favorite authors, and this book came out at the end of April. It actually just came out a couple days ago, so I'm super excited to read it. I don't have my hands on a copy yet, again, but it's one of my most anticipated books for this year, so of course I'm going to want to read it as soon as it comes out. Number 3. 1. So that's a coffee break. We don't have to pick a book. You got me a coffee break, so that means we are ahead of schedule with our production and we have time to take a break. So I did not have to pick a book for that one. Roll number 4. 5. We're moving right along this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I spoke too soon. Oh no. So that means I have to go back to the beginning and start over, but I have to keep these 2 prompts. But of course, coming back from break and starting to work again is always hard. So we had a little bit of an issue and we burned the next batch. We burned the whole batch and we had to go all the way back to the beginning and start over from scratch. Yay. I knew that space would come up eventually. I just didn't really expect it to be this soon in the game, like 3 rounds in and I already hit it. I might add like a punishment for that. I haven't really decided yet. This game is new, so it's going to be evolving. So let me know. Do you think I should add like a punishment of some sort when I hit the burn batch spot? Going back to the beginning is bad enough, but I also might want to make it even worse. I don't know. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below and maybe I will add it to my game. All right, so back to the beginning. And we got a 1. So that's a donut card. Oh, but at least that's good. We get to go to the next coffee break. So we go all the way here. So starting over from the beginning, our next spot was a donut, and luckily it was go to coffee break. So I got to skip ahead to the next coffee break. I guess in the narrative of this game, I was so mad that I burned everything that I was like, I need a break. I don't even care if we're behind. I'm gonna take another break. That's the story of this game, I guess. Oh, a 1. Okay. That's a donut. With a pretty cover. Roll 6 got us another donut, and it was a book with a pretty cover. So for this one, I am going to put a book that I have been putting off for so long, but I just think the cover is absolutely beautiful, so how could I not choose this book? And that is The Liar's Knot by M.A. Carrick. This is the second book in the Rook and Rose trilogy. The first one is The Mask of Mirrors. This is a fantasy story involving a lot of politics in a Venetian-inspired setting. The magic system is based on tarot, and I just had such a good time with the first book that I'm just really excited about this book, but it's very chunky, so I've been putting it off, but it's time. And look at this cover. It is gorgeous. How can you not say this is a gorgeous cover? So, of course, this is going to be my pick for pretty cover. Another 1. So that gives us a cupcake. Shuffle and pick with your eyes closed. And this is a prompt that I got from Kaylani on Kaylani Simply Me's channel. Roll 7 got us a cupcake. And it is shuffle and pick with eyes closed. It's a prompt that I stole from Kaylani Simply Me, her bingo game. If you haven't seen it, it's really fun. I will link it in the description below and you should go check it out. But for that, I have a giant stack of books. Actually, I want to add one more. So the issue with all of these books is they are different like sizes and textures, and like I feel like I'm going to know which one is which, but we're just going to do the best we can with this. I have a blindfold that I'm going to put on and we'll see what happens. How do I want to do this? Okay, so I'm going to put the books over here, and then I'm just going to kind of mix them up, put on my blindfold, pick one, and call it a day. So the books that I'm going to have in my stack are Lagoon by Nnedi Okorafor. I've read 2 books by her in the past, and I've really enjoyed both of them, so this one sounds interesting. I got it from the library. I'm going to put it on there. Finley Donovan is killing it because I did not read this last month and I'm very upset about it. I was really excited to pick this up, so now it'll have another chance. The next ones are all of my, well, minus Save the Date, because by the time this video goes out, I should have started that already, so that doesn't really count. But all of my other Reader on Haul books, oh, actually there's one more. Look at me just adding to the pile. All of my Reader on Haul books, because I'm supposed to have read all of these by the end of June, and again, I haven't even started, so now all of these have a chance. Okay, maybe I picked too many books. They might not fit on the shelf. Malice by John Gwynne is going on here. My husband is almost finished with the second one already, and we were supposed to be reading these together, so it's going on there. And the last 2 are books that I got from the library. All the Feels by Olivia Dade and The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. Okay, let me put on my blindfold. Then I'm going to try to mix them up the best I can. And I'm not going to pick like, I'm going to read this one. I'm just going to point, I think, to make it as fair as possible. All right, so here we go. Oh yeah, this isn't going to work very well. you can see what I'm doing. I can't. You're probably like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. How do you even consider this shuffling? I'm going to destroy some of these books. Okay, so that's just like, they're all here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if all the books are represented anymore. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. This is going to be a disaster. All right. I'm going to choose this one. Oh, The Vampire Diaries. Okay. So this is the one that I got for Shuffle and Pick. The Vampire Diaries. This is good. This is one of my reader at haul books, so hopefully I'll be getting a little bit of a head start on that because like I said, I was supposed to read all these books by the end of June and we're already going into May and I haven't touched them, so. All right, I think I'm just gonna leave my little Baby Yoda face mask on for the rest of this video because it's adorable. Not Baby Yoda, but it's just Yoda, but whatever. Can I get something besides a 1, please? Oh, a 2. Nice. 1, 2. We got a cake. Okay, so this one is a gameplay one. I have to roll a d8, and if it's an even number, I move forward, and if it's an odd number, I move backwards. Come on, even numbers. Yes! 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we made it past the burnt batch, so that's awesome. A new to me author. Roll 8 was a cupcake and it was just gameplay. I have to roll a d8, and if the number is even, I move forward that number of spaces, and if it's odd, I move back that number of spaces. And we landed on a cupcake card, and that is a new to me author. And for that one, I'm going to read The Prisoner by B.A. Paris. This is a thriller. There's more than one way to be trapped. Amelie has always been a survivor, from losing her parents as a child in Paris to making her on her own in London. Now she's building an independent life for herself. When she meets Carolyn, a kind woman who offers her a job at the magazine she works at, Amelie is swept up in a glamorous city lifestyle, leading to her marrying handsome billionaire Jed. But then the kidnapping happens. Amelie wakes up in a pitch black room, not knowing where she is. Why has she been taken? Who are the mysterious captors? And why does she soon feel safer here, imprisoned, than she had begun to feel with her husband? Sounds good. In a vlog recently, I was talking about how I'm not a huge fan of thrillers with unreliable narrators. I don't even really like reading the synopsis of thrillers, but I need to figure out a way to find out if a thriller has an unreliable narrator before I read it without also finding out too much about the story. So, I mean, I guess I'll just ask you guys, if you have a favorite thriller that you absolutely love, if it's your favorite, of course you absolutely love it, but that does not depend on an unreliable narrator to move the story forward, I would love to know. Like, let me know what it is, because I am always on the hunt for a good thriller that doesn't rely on an unreliable narrator, because I'm so tired of those thrillers. And I don't know if that is going to be this or not, but this is my pick for a new to me author. I've never read B.A. Paris before, and I really enjoyed the thriller that I read last month, so we're going to put another thriller on here. Okay, we're getting close to the end. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we made it to the end. Okay. Punishment next month if I don't finish TBR. So whatever is on this TBR, I'd better finish it. And roll 9 brought us to the end spot. And for that, I got punishment next month if I don't finish my TBR. So it's a good thing that I only got 5 books on this TBR, because if I don't finish them, I have to take a punishment. Not sure what that punishment would be yet, but there would be a punishment, or there will be a punishment if I don't finish these books. So that's all for TBR Bakery this month. I have The Light We Carry by Michelle Obama for a nonfiction. I have Happy Place by Emily Henry for a romance. I have The Liar's Knot by M.A. Carrick for a pretty cover. I have The Vampire Diaries for Shuffle, Close Your Eyes and Pick. and I have The Prisoner by B.A. Paris for a new to me author. So that is going to do it for this round of TBR Bakery. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more content from me. Also, just like for the Yoda face mask, because it came with pajamas that my mother-in-law gave me for Christmas a couple years ago. And I don't have an occasion to wear it normally, but like I can't get rid of it because I think it's hilarious. So this was perfect. I loved it. I loved being able to wear the Yoda face mask. But yeah, that'll do it for me this month. Let me know what you're planning on reading in the month of May, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.